Hey everybody, Economic Ninja here. I hope you're doing well. Coming to you live from Bitcoin 2025 in Las Vegas. Look, I'm not lying. This is really it. Drink it in. We're going to talk about one of the wildest things that people are not making money in. Look at that guy. Who's that guy? Type it down below. We're going to talk about something that people don't realize that they're missing out in crypto, and that is DeFi. A lot of people say that Bitcoin's DeFi, but here's the deal. It's not as DeFi as you think, because it's on a bunch of centralized exchanges, right? Dylan, I want you to come in and I want to talk about a comment that we got, and I think it's really important to notice. This is one of our DeFi Pro students that asked for a refund, and we want to talk about why. We're going to give her a refund, because that's what we do if it's within 14 days. Why don't you read it, and I want to talk about this.
Yeah, and so basically this person says that they haven't used the DeFi course, and they realized after hearing the Ninja talk about some of the others who have used the course and not finished and got scammed, and it scared them. And this person can't afford to lose any money, and they realize they probably should not be messing around with this to begin with. And they bought another course before this and felt like it was too advanced, so they want a refund. So a couple key points there, that they heard something and they got scared, they haven't completed the coursework, and they think it's too advanced. And so instead of learning and diving into education, which is what I say is the most important thing, get educated, you need to get educated, they're running away from that.
So what I want to do is I want to explain the easiest way to make money in cryptocurrency, but it's not as easy as you think. That's why we teach courses on it, is you want to find the next mover, the next big thing. And it's funny because we just got done talking to a Bitcoin maxi, and holy cow, he was maxi. And he actually hadn't been owning crypto for a very long time.
No, only a couple years.
Yeah, he didn't even know what Digibyte was. He'd heard of Litecoin, but he's just like rolling his eyes. I'm like, why are you rolling your eyes at me? I'm just trying to educate you. But it's funny because, you know, in stocks, a lot of people understand, you know, there's sectors that run, right? There's technology stocks. There are healthcare stocks, there's mining stocks, commodity stocks, and they understand a sector, they enjoy a sector, and then what they're looking for, not just the big boys, because did you notice how I hit him with that Sears Roebuck and Montgomery Ward? And he goes, well, those projects just haven't, I'm like,
they don't upgrade.
Yeah, but I'm like, that's not a project, it's a corporation. I don't think he'd ever even heard of, he's so young, Montgomery Ward or Sears or JCPenney.
No, and that's the problem when you close your mind off to new information, right?
Yeah, he said there's nothing that will ever trump Bitcoin. And I'm like, well, tell that to all the big companies. Tell that to Enron. Well, you can't. Sorry, they're gone. But they were the largest in the world, right? Until they weren't. I mean, Jeff Bezos just came out and said, you know what, there's a day where Amazon will cease to exist.
Exactly.
Yeah, so how do you make money in cryptocurrency? You find your sector, whether it be AI, whether it be RWA, what are some others?
DePIN, I mean, NFTs. How dare I say that? How dare I say that?
Well, we just made a ton of money. We just made a ton of money on a meme coin. Yeah. In 8 hours, we made what, 25, 30%? Yeah, just showing the AI, right? How AI is spotting trends and showing us things. Well, the thing is with DeFi, you're dealing with something really exciting. A decentralized exchange. We just talked to a gentleman that started a cryptocurrency, hit 3x in a day. It was because it was on PancakeSwap. It was a very, it's one exchange. It's centralized, or not centralized, decentralized, and there's less liquidity than on Coinbase, right?
Yep.
Yeah, so what happens, here's the big question. You find a project that's legit. It's got a real team. It's got some real investors behind it, and they start small, whether it's a layer 3, whatever they're on, Binance Chain or any of that stuff, they're building, and they set up on Uniswap or any of these things, right? Then they transition, when they're ready, to a large exchange. What happens to the price?
It goes up because you have more liquidity and more people can access. Right?
And it's like a FOMO, right? It's the next new shiny lure with human beings.
Exactly, and that's kind of the name of the game in crypto.
Yeah.
For better or worse.
That's what we're trying to teach people with the DeFi Pro course. And I'm going to throw down a link down below, a sale link. I don't know, we'll run that sale till 19...
Until the end of the week, the Bitcoin conference. It's a Bitcoin conference sale. Since we're here, we're learning, we're going to be bringing updates and everything.
Excellent name. And our students are making stupid amounts of money, I'm not joking. And one of the ways, we have coins that we've shown them that have done what, 2, 3x already in what, a month and a half, 2 months?
I mean, even just the past couple of weeks, one project we shared with our DeFi students, we're not going to name it here, but one has
never been told on this channel.
Has done at least a 3x or more in just the past couple weeks.
Yep, and we're talking about the Ninja's about to take the profits from that and buy a Rolls Royce. Yeah, because I guess that's what some people want. They want to learn from people that have fancy things. It doesn't matter what they know, it's matter what they show.
Or maybe a Bobcat excavator.
I'm going to buy that too. Just from the profit of, 8 weeks. And I never talked about it on the channel.
No.
It's an organic growth are DeFi pros. Matter of fact, to everyone that's in the DeFi course, can you let them know, don't tell them what it is. And hey guys, if anyone says what it is, ABC Coin, XYZ, LMNOP, Amazon 3.2 or Sony, those are all scammers. So don't believe anyone. But at least the DeFi students can tell you what it's like to be a DeFi student.
Yeah.
The point being is that we want to teach people how to safely acquire these. You know, talk about just the Uniswap and how dangerous it is when you attach MetaMask, but you don't have a device, a hardware device, telling you what
the problem is people get excited and they start exploring the ecosystem. And then they start clicking on links, they start attaching their wallet to projects and protocols and dApps that they shouldn't be. And they do something that they don't know, and either they click on a malicious contract, or they mess up and they get confused and they go online for help. And that's where all the scammers lurk. Anytime you post like, help, I'm having this problem, that's where they show up in the comments, that's where they show up saying, hey, I'm with so-and-so support team. They're not, they're never with the support team.
No, and they aren't us. We've had students that have fallen for scams, and they got faked by a handful of fake ninjas and fake Dylans. We went to their course, and the one video that they didn't watch in the 101 Accelerator was common scams and tricks, and that would have saved them.
And if you follow the things that are taught in the course, you keep it simple, you just stick to the things that you've learned and you've tested. I talk about this in the course all the time. Start small and learn and do it till you understand it. Once you understand it, then you can build upon that. And too many people try to do too much too fast. But if you take the courses and follow through, like referencing back to that email that we got. You just have to start learning, and there's always a learning curve. And what you're learning today, you're preparing yourself for a month from now, 2 months from now, 3 months from now to take advantage of that education and knowledge. Unfortunately, if you don't know anything, you can start today, but you're not going to be able to fully put and implement that knowledge and education right now.
Totally. And you know, I got to say something. This is totally off topic. I saw Peter Schiff in here. Peter Schiff speaking here. Why would a crypto conference want to invite people that don't own crypto? Like, it's like the XRP conference. They got people speaking there. It just blows my mind. They don't bring influencers on that have been in the crypto space for much longer than even some of the promoters of these places. It just blows my mind. And that's the business side of crypto. And those are the things you got to navigate, because there's a lot of people that come to follow people, right? Like Peter Schiff. Oh, I'm a gold person. Peter Schiff's going, oh, you know what? I got hooked into Bitcoin over here. And then you buy it wrong on the wrong exchange, and you get clipped for too many fees, right? Or you get it stolen because it's on the wrong, you clicked on some malicious link.
And that's no good.
No, it's no good. Is there anything else we should talk about? I don't know what to say. What do I do with my hands?
That's what I've been trying to figure out this whole time. DeFi course, you need to get educated. Now is the time to get educated. No matter where you're at, you need to learn these things. The worst approach you can take is saying, that's too scary, I don't want to learn. If it's too scary, start slow. And just start simple. Just watch videos. You don't need to make a massive investment or anything like that. Just get educated however you can.
And here's the other thing. Now, I'm going to catch a lot of heat for this one, but I'm going to tell you the truth. I've seen a ton of subscribers here today, right? I just went to a ClickFunnels event, I don't know, like a month ago. Started talking to a bunch of ClickFunnels people, and they were saying, what are you doing? You're selling your stuff for too cheap. And I was like, oh, I want to help people. What's happened to us because we want to do cheap courses, low-end courses. Not low-end as far as the education, but the price, right? $100, $199. What kind of issues? We have like the lowest return rate in the industry. It's like 1%.
Super low.
And most of it's because they can't figure out how to log in.
That happens a lot. That's never good.
But what's the difference between this two? And this is what I'm telling you right now. I'm about to go buy a Rolls Royce, and I'm gonna 10 or 20x the cost of my course. I know it sounds crazy, but I've already supplied 2 years of low-end courses because I want to change people. Talk about some common things, issues we're having.
They don't take action. Right? And so it'd be great to give everything away for free. I did that with my Bitcoin courses and trainings for years.
How many courses did you give away?
It was hundreds of courses, and for free, sign up, hey, get the course. No one took a lesson. And as soon as I started charging for the courses, people took lessons, they took action, they got results, and it actually impacted their life in a positive manner. But information is only good as the cost you pay.
That's right. And it's sucky because I've never been like that. I used to go to a library and I would check out the books rather than buy it because I didn't have any money. And I would read them fully, and then at the point where I could buy my books, I cherished my books. Like I kept them all. You're an author. You got your book, right? The Bitcoin Accelerator? Okay, Business Accelerator. You want to keep them nice because you cherish them because you understand how much knowledge is in there. But people don't cherish knowledge unless it comes at a great cost. I think that sucks. I mean, everything you and I have taught is honestly readily available on the internet for free, right?
Because we're self-taught in many ways.
That's right. But you don't know how to find it because you don't know what you need to look for.
And then your experience helps bind those pieces of information together in a way that can be explained, interpreted, and then shared and scaled.
Totally. So look, I'm going to make this really simple. Do me a favor. Type DeFi if you're one of the DeFi students. I'm just curious how many of you are watching. Then I'm going to ask you this. Type type yes if it would be invaluable if you could not only get a course, but you can get access to me and Dylan once a month in a group coaching setting, answering your questions about issues you have investing in crypto.
Yep.
Right? So type yes if that would be you. And you can see a lot of DeFi students, right? Type yes if also you would like to understand our methodology to investing, how we are diversified, what we're buying next, all that stuff. If you're typing yes, then I would highly suggest going to look at that. And you know what? It's a sales pitch I'm giving you. This is a sales pitch. I made it very clear. Okay? And the thing is all we want is successful people to become more successful. And success doesn't mean money. Success is based off of your desire to win and how many times you get up and try again when you fail. Because I've done that a lot, right? You?
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, every single day.
The only way my company, my financial education company will become a success is if I make you a success. So that's what me and Dylan are working on. If you want to go deeper into DeFi, you want to learn about, MetaMask, Solana's, DeFi protocols and all that kind of stuff, it's all there for you.
Yeah, it's all there. Yeah, we teach everything there.
All right, cool. Well, that sale's going to be going until Friday. I hope you guys have an awesome day. If you see me at the Bitcoin conference this week, stop by and say hi. Yep. I might be like running around like a chicken with my head cut off, but
it's that kind of week.
Yeah, it has been this. Yeah, it's already rip roaring. So thank you so much for watching. Thanks, Dylan.
Thank you.
All right, guys. Economic Ninja is out.